all you awesome people out there, and welcome back to the Geek Visions Entertainment Channel, the place that is dedicated to the big three of visual media, that of course being film, video games, and television. I am your host as always, Hoover, and we have another episode here. I'm recording this back to back with my X-Men 97 review because I want to get this done pretty quickly. And why is that? Well, that is because today, the day the video should be going up at least, today is the preview day for San Diego Comic-Con 2024, which jumps off this weekend. So I had to get this episode up at a certain day, and that day is today. And at Comic-Con, Marvel Studios, the MCU, is returning to Hall H for the first time in like 2 years. I think the last time there was 22 years ago. That was 2022, I think. But whatever, it's been like 2 years since they were there. And yeah, so I'm here just going over to think about what can we expect from Marvel, from Kevin Feige this year at Comic-Con. This is just my thoughts. This is not coming from any sources. This is not coming from any leaks. I ain't got it like that. I'm just a nobody from the Midwest. Like I ain't linking up or connected with nobody. I ain't getting no inside sources or nothing. So it's just me and my thoughts on what I just personally think is coming. Because like I said, it's been a little bit. There's been quite a few developments in terms of just what there's the change up in how Marvel's going to approach how they do their movies and their TV now. Things they previously announced have already come to pass. Some things still haven't had too much revealed on them yet. So this is just me going off what I think we're going to see coming from San Diego Comic-Con Hall H. Marvel announcements coming this year. All right, so start things off with a pretty obvious one, and that's just the Fantastic Four. They announced the cast and released the first image back in February in that Valentine's Day post. They've talked about it a little bit. We know it's going to be a period piece. It's probably going to take place in another universe. So this is probably going to be the first time they really talk about a lot of news for it. The first time we have a major presence of it. They've already started setting up posters. I see images of on the lamppost in San Diego, they have the Fantastic Four posters of the four silhouetted images of the four title characters. So that's like the easiest one. That's like the easiest alley-oop one I believe we're going to get. There is our first big look at Comic-Con. They're probably going to bring out the cast. They're going to talk a little bit and whatnot. It's John Watts, right? John Watts, the guy who directed the Spider-Man movies. He's directing this one, right? Or did he leave? He left, right? I don't know who's directing it now. But yeah, so they're probably the cast, they're probably the director. They're going to come out. They're going to talk about some things. Maybe a more official little poster teaser or something. Maybe some concept art, because I don't think they've actually started shooting anything yet. But they're going to get ready. So yeah, we're probably going to get like some concept art looks at it. But yeah, so that's like the easiest one I think we're going to get. Fantastic Four news. That's going to probably be the biggest and most present thing we're going to get there. Next up are those mystery Phase 6 movies we got. Last time they were there is when they announced a bunch of stuff. They announced Phase 5 stuff. They announced Phase 6 stuff. But the only Phase 6 movies we got were the Fantastic Four and the two Avengers movies. So, yeah, I think we'll probably get more confirmation on what those other Phase 6 movies are. Maybe we get some Shang-Chi 2. Maybe a Young Avengers or a Champions thing. We've seen they kind of setting up for that. Could we maybe get the next Spider-Man movie? I don't know, some on Disney Plus. Something there. Hey, remember Iron Wars? What's going on with that? It was supposed to be a show. Then it was like we're gonna make it a movie, and we ain't heard or seen anything from it since. What's going on with that? Maybe we finally get some news on that. Maybe we get a one of those as a solid date for Ironheart. So some for those mystery dates. We finally get something there. Just about levels a little bit. Also, Also, which we'll probably get, I think we'll probably get a another panel, probably with the cast with the Thunderbolts. Probably get the cast come out there. They'll talk about things a little bit. I think we might get a behind closed doors first look slash trailer for it because I'm not. I think they've started filming that already. Because I think that's like the middle one next year. Because Brave New World is already done. I think that's the one after. So I think they'll probably come with some footage by then if they're shooting it already. So I think they'll come with some footage from there. Probably get a behind closed doors first look. So, people like me, we're just gonna have to read the descriptions of what people see and describe it there. So hey, that's what we get. Um, Also, probably the same thing with Daredevil Born Again. That's been shooting for a while. We've already seen some behind the scenes images. So we'll probably get the same thing. Probably the cast might come out. They do a little panel on that one. Behind closed doors, first look at it. So I think Daredevil and Thunderbolts are probably gonna have a little presence there too. It's the first look at the footage for those two. The next one I have is kind of a twofold one, two wrapped into one, and that is who is going to be directing the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Of course, Daniel Destin Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, was originally slated to direct it, but he departed to focus more on some other stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But one of those was like future of whatever the heck they're doing with Shang-Chi. Also, what is and this is the kind of what's wrapped into it now. What is the direction of things moving forward now that we know Jonathan Majors is no longer a part of this? He's not playing Kang anymore. They released him after his trial stuff. So is the fifth movie still titled Kang Dynasty? Are we getting a recast of Kang? Are we gonna completely just divert away from Kang and focus on somebody else as the big bad for the multiverse saga stuff? We'll have to see, and we have to see and wait on that too. So that's why it's kind of a twofold thing. Kind of who's the director and what is the state that we're going with now? What is the direction that we've kind of decided on to move forward with for these Avengers movies if we're not getting Kang anymore? Also, another thing, we need some damn positive reassurance on this Blade movie. We need more news on that, and we need positive, solid, good news on this damn movie. It has been a bad run for that movie behind the scenes since it got announced. We've had director changes, like the original script leaked. It was butt cheeks to my understanding. It was not very good. Mahershala Ali really wasn't digging it too much. So we got a new director lined up. We've had some script rewrites brought in there. The guy who wrote Quantum Mania, I think, was brought in to do some rewrite. No, I'm thinking that's the Avengers stuff. He's writing Avengers, now he's not doing it anymore. But yeah, like we've gotten some script rewrites, so we need to figure out what the heck is going on with this Blade movie. Hopefully, we get some good news. Mahershala Ali is attached to it, but Mahershala Ali is not a young guy, and he is an extremely in-demand actor. Eventually, that man is going to have to move on and free up his schedule, and he can't keep holding other roles and holding up more money to save room to do this Blade movie if they just keep getting delayed. So we need some good news about this Blade movie. So hopefully they come with that as well. And then probably some other official announcements we're gonna get. Probably some official stuff on Wonder Man, an official announcement for Vision Quest. Those two have been rumored for a very long time, but they haven't had any official release on anything just yet. So hopefully we get something there, an official announcement, because I think Daredevil, Ironheart are the only two Disney Plus series slated so far that we haven't gotten yet. I think that might be right. I could be wrong, but they're the only two that I believe are still kind of in the back, but they just haven't aired yet. So we'll have to wait and see what we're getting on those two. So hopefully we get some official announcements on those two. But yeah, that's mostly all I got. I will say, just to make my stance clear again, I think I mentioned it earlier before, but just to make my stance and where I sit on things clear and my belief on it, I still don't think we're going to get anything X-Men or mutant related until after Phase 6. I think after Secret Wars, and that's when they're gonna bring in their new MCU version of the X-Men and mutants and whatnot. Which every passing movie I feel like further solidifies that. It definitely seems like Kevin Feige is trying to pay homage to the original Fox X-Men universe and give that its due and give that a respectful send off before the entire MCU gets rebooted with everything they have integrated into it. And I think he's just trying to give that original X-Men stuff its due diligence and give that a true goodbye before they move on to their new rebooted stuff that's going to be in house for them. Because if you didn't know, Kevin Feige actually got his start doing things on that original X-Men movie. He was a production assistant, but I think he got moved up to a higher position of something else, and then he met Hugh Jackman from there, from doing that stuff. So that's really where he got his start, was doing those X-Men movies. So I think because of that previous connection he has, and probably because he does really like the X-Men that much, I do think he's trying to just give everything Fox was doing with their X-Men, giving that a proper send-off and a proper goodbye, and really trying to wrap what was started there into what they have now before they completely change up and reboot and do everything on their own with the true MCU X-Men. And I think that's true because of what happened at the Marvels post-credit scene. We're getting Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. He's appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine. Speaking of that, they might do something there. It probably won't be anything huge because when it comes out, I think they usually do Hall H stuff Sunday nights, right? Or Saturday nights. So by the time they get there, Deadpool and Wolverine will be in theaters already. So so there's not going to be anything huge coming for like a Deadpool and a Wolverine thing, but they might be there in just the kind of humor that Ryan Reynolds and the Deadpool staff and creators have made for this thing. I wouldn't even be surprised if, you know how every Hall H they have somebody, a part of the MCU movies, kind of come out in character and kind of curate things. Like one year they had Loki do it. I think the last time they were there, it was the Ravengers from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I wouldn't be surprised if this year it's Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, maybe Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. But I would not be surprised if Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is kind of like the curator of the panel at the very start and appears in character to kind of do so. And it will make total sense too, because that's how the Deadpool character is. He can break the fourth wall. So him appearing in character during the show and, kind of, making whole jokes of him finally joining the MCU proper and all the crossovers and shit he can do now. So I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, that's just a short little video of what I think is going to be happening at the at Hall H when Marvel returns for Comic-Con. Like I said, I'm more of a realist, so I don't have any wild or crazy speculations, anything that's too far out about what's happening or anything. But I'm still. I hope we do get. I'm not gonna lie. I hope we do get some X-Men mutant stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. I hope that I'm proven wrong and we actually finally get something very early, even if it's just a very small something that only exists within what they're doing now. Which is also why I don't think we're getting anything till late, because Secret Wars seemingly is going to reboot the whole damn thing. So why really introduce a bunch of new elements so late in the game when everything is going to change up after this? So yeah, and like you can do it with the Fantastic Four because you can literally just say they come from a different universe. Now they're in this one, and after the events and everything, now they exist in this one. You can do that with X-Men too, but because the X-Men will require so much explanations as to where it came from, because you just to introduce the mutant gene and just say these people came from a different universe. Now they're in this universe. Oh, but also somehow now humans born within this universe can now be born with this gene that only existed from these people in this other universe, unless they make some kind of thing happen where the X gene can now spread across. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, I just don't think it'll happen. So I'm just keeping my expectations tempered. So yeah, that's just my thoughts, kind of what I think is happening. Fantastic Four will have a big presence there. Probably get some first looks at some panels for the Thunderbolts and Daredevil Born Again. Um, we definitely need an update on what's going on with the Avengers movies, what's going on with Kang. Is it still Kang Dynasty? Are we pivoting to somebody else? Is it going to be all about Doctor Doom now? What's going on with that? Are we just getting a Kang recast? Um, Blade, what the hell's going on with that movie? Can we finally get some good news? And can we finally get this train on track for this Blade movie? What are the others? Mystery Phase 6 movies and shows. Also, just looking, by the way, I didn't look into it because I just came across the image earlier when I was scrolling on my social media. But apparently, What If Season 3 is going to be the final season. It's done after Season 3. And then it just also reminded me, what the hell is going on with like Marvel Zombies? Remember they announced that? What's going on with that? Speaking of that, one of those Mystery Phase 6 movies probably is What If. Because we already knew Season 3 was coming. They even shared a small little sneak peek of Season 3 right when Season 2 wrapped up. So one of them probably is What If Season 3. Yeah, that's about all I got. Positive news on Blade. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Daredevil, probably going to be like the main things that they bring in. They give us our first looks at. Hopefully we get positive news on what's going on with the Avengers and Kang, with the Jonathan Major situation. Hopefully we get some good news on the Blade movie. And just me kind of just throwing stuff out there. Maybe we possibly get some, what did I say? Wonder Man and Vision Quest officially get announced. Hopefully we get a date for Ironheart. Shang-Chi 2. Next Spider-Man, Young Avengers / Champions, because I still think Champions is a viable thing that they could possibly do, because honestly they have that lineup as opposed to the Young Avengers lineup, but that's just me. Yeah, Armor Wars, where the hell did that go? Can we finally get an update on this, please? Yeah, also wouldn't be surprised if Captain America Brave New World, I wasn't even thinking of that one. Captain America Brave New World and what's the show? They also had a trailer. Agatha All Along. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them also have a panel presence there too, because they're nearly done and they'll be releasing next year. I think so. Yeah. So anyway, that was just a short video from me talking about what I think we can expect to see from Marvel at Hall H this year at Comic-Con. But what do you think? What do you think we're gonna get from Marvel at Hall H? Are we truly gonna get some X-Men and some mutant news? Maybe, I don't know. Are we going to get Doctor Doom? Are they just recasting Kang? Or are they pivoting to Doctor Doom? What do you guys think we're going to see? What's your craziest, super out there, what's your crazy, way out of left field, way out of left field theory you think they could announce or talk about, no matter how surprising or how out there or how unlikely it is? What is yours? If I had to throw some out there, I don't know. I got nothing for you, bro. I can't even lie to you. Shit, I don't know. Illuminati, the Illuminati movie. With the Illuminati from Scarlet Witch, from Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Oh, maybe a Doctor Strange 3. Maybe that's mine. Doctor Strange 3 with the Illuminati, Electric Boogaloo. That's my craziest thing. No, I actually would love to see John Krasinski come back as Reed Richards. But anywho, that's all I got for you today. Make sure you check out the rest of the channel. We got our playthroughs for video games, Spider-Man, Cyberpunk, Dragon Age. I got other videos up here. We got more reviews coming. I recorded X-Men 97 before this, but this will probably go up before that because I had to get this one up, as I said, by Wednesday, which hopefully I did. We got more reviews coming. I got a news drop coming pretty soon. Honestly, that should probably get up sometime before Comic-Con starts too, because then I have to talk about everything from Comic-Con on there. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's all for me here today. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let your boy know how he's doing. Get in on the ground floor of the channel. But until next time, everybody, I will see you all later. Hopefully the Comic-Con announcements just blow our mind. I didn't even think about, is DC coming? I don't even know. Probably actually with the reboot stuff. I didn't even look it up, to be honest with you. I don't really care. But anyway, until next time, everybody, I will see you all later. Stay watching, stay playing, stay safe, stay awesome. Till next time, everybody, I will see you all later. Good.